Hey everyone, how's it going? Grizzly here with another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Today, I think you all know what we're going to be talking about. The update we've all been waiting for. Bread-themed items! Ha! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Woo-ha! No, but what I'm really talking about here, of course, is the new weapons. So, it's been a very long time since we've had some new weapons in the game, and this time we got not one, not two, not three, not 4, but 5 new weapons. And it may be a little disappointing for some people who main maybe medic or spy, maybe one of the other classes that didn't get a new weapon. But don't forget, we also have End of the Line coming up in the near future, hopefully, and rumor has it that there will be weapons included in that update as well. So basically this video is just going to be my impressions of the weapons, what I think of them, and I'm going to be as brief as possible. And I'm going to give the berry breakdown on each of these, so let's stop wasting time and hop right into it. So, the first weapon is the Tide Turner, which is a new shield for the Demo Man. 25% fire resistance, 25% explosive resistance, full turning control, and on a successful kill while charging, your charge meter fills all the way back up. So, this basically makes the wee booties irrelevant as if they weren't already. And it gives you the ability that the booties were supposed to give you while freeing up a slot for the grenade launcher of your choice. Here's a quick comparison between the Tide Turner and the Charge and Charge. As you can see in this first clip here, I'm wrapping around the tracks going into the tunnel, no problem at all. Second clip here with the Charge and Charge, I can barely turn at all. So maybe you're wondering how far you can actually take this turn, and yep, there it is. It pretty much has no limits. If you can move your mouse quick enough, you're going to get where you want to go. And in my opinion, this is now the go-to shield for the Demo Man. It gives you so much more control over where you're going, and getting your charge back on kill, that's huge. You can run around chaining together kills, or you can play with a more hit-and-run strategy. So pairing it with the Half Satoichi, which is something that I've been doing a lot recently, and you are just one mean lean sword slashing machine, man. And the resistances tacked on, in my eyes, those are just a bonus. So next up, let's talk about the Backscatter, new primary weapon for the Scout. When fired at an enemy's back from short range, you get mini crits. So the downside is you only have 4 shots and it's 20% less accurate, and there are no random crits. And, well, I mean, it's not the scatter gun. And it's not the Babyface's blaster either, but it works alright. For me, this weapon doesn't really do the trick. It's got a pretty bulky view model, and after playing with the scatter gun for so long, it just doesn't feel right to me, much like how I have trouble with the shortstop. Valve have yet to include a new primary weapon for the Scout with 6 shots, and I feel like that's why I always fall back on the scatter gun. It's simply more reliable. But we're not talking about the scatter gun, we're talking about the Backscatter. Seeing as the Scout is a flank class, this weapon ties in great with what the Scout does best, catching people off guard. Sneak up behind on most classes, and it's a one-shot kill if you can land it. However, any class with more than 125 health, it's more or less the same as the scatter gun. It still takes 2 shots to kill. So while it's an interesting idea, I feel like it needs something a little bit extra to set itself apart from the stock scatter gun. Right now, I don't really see any reason to use this weapon. It's less accurate and less reliable. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. And finally, moving on to the weapon that you've all been waiting for, the Base Jumper. And this weapon was teased a little bit before the update, and it is truly one of the most unique items in Team Fortress 2 at this point. It promotes an entirely new playstyle, and that is what I love about it. Basically, it's just a parachute. You can deploy while it's in air, and it will slow down your descent, preventing fall damage, and also carrying you forward quite a ways, or in whatever direction you want to go, really. And I'm going to bring in the airstrike right now as well. New primary for the soldier, increased attack speed while blast jumping, clip size increased on kill, 25% less damage, 25% clip size reduction, and 15% smaller blast radius. And this weapon is incredibly fun and incredibly frustrating at the same time. So basically every time you get a kill, it increases your clip size by 1. You're able to increase your clip size up to 8 by going on a 5 kill streak. That's the maximum. And when you do, all hell is let loose. I mean, this thing rains down rockets on the enemies with no mercy at all. Think of it as like a souped up Baker's bazooka. However, it can take a while to get there. Most of the time I'm lucky to get more than 1 or 2 kills before I die, so I don't really have the opportunity to use this weapon to its full potential as much as I would like to, but when I do, oh man, I let them have it. Well, I try anyway. As you guys can see in a couple of these clips right here, I'm missing a lot of enemies due to the lower blast radius, so it's not always as simple as just jumping up and letting it rip. That being said, it's incredibly fun to use, but awful when used against you. It's like a Baker's Bazooka soldier catching you off guard when you turn a corner, but instead of a corner, it's the entire map. Pairing it with the base jumper, soldiers are able to gain and keep the height advantage with little effort, raining down what seems like a never-ending stream of rockets. So while it is tremendously fun, I doubt it's going to replace the stock rocket launcher and gunboats as my go-to loadout, but it's definitely a worthy new addition to the Trolldier loadout, as well as a refreshing change. So looks like it's time to practice up on your air shots, because there are going to be a lot of these guys floating around up in the air. So there we have it. Those are the new weapons added in this update. And what's that? I'm forgetting one? Oh, yeah. Well, I was hoping you guys wouldn't notice, but you are quite the keen observers. So the sniper got a new rifle in this update, the classic. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any video of this weapon because for some reason it's been a bit buggy for me. I'm unable to look down the scope, and as you guys know, that's a very large part of sniping, if not, you know, the most important aspect. So it might be something to do with my FPS config or something that I've got going on in the settings. I'm gonna have to look into that if you guys have any suggestions. I'd love to hear them because I haven't really had a chance to use this weapon yet. So I apologize for that, but I hope you all enjoyed the video nonetheless. I'm going to be continuing to play with these weapons for the next few weeks, so if you're interested in seeing more Team Fortress 2, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and you can keep up to date with all of the stuff I'm putting out. So thank you all so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you all later. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
This is Heavy Weapons Guy. Thank you for watching Grizzly Berry. Now click that little yellow button. Ha ha!